Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our officials for this match, our first referee, Herbert Matematico, Asian International Referee. Second referee is Daniel Palada, National Referee. And now let's meet the starters first for the Cignal HD Spikers. Outside spiker number 2, Joe Umandal. Middle blocker number 4, Peter Torres. Middle blocker number 7, JP Bugawan. Outside spiker number 10, Wendell Miguel. Setter number 18, EJ Casanya. And opposite hitter number 20, Lloyd Josafat. Starting libero is number 13, Sumang Sumangkid. And the head coach for Cignal is Dexter Clamore. And now the starters for our guest team from Japan, Maruichi Hyogo. Outside spiker number 1, team captain Hinata Kuroda. Middle blocker number 3, Ishiki or Daichi Ishiki. Middle blocker number 4, Keitaro Iwakura. Outside spiker number 9, Yuji Kawagoe. Center number 10, Kyosuke Maruyama. And opposite hitter number 14, Kyosuke Kashimoto. Starting libero is number 2, Ren Wakamatsu. And the head coach for Maruichi is Kota Kunichika.
There is a new excitement here in Spikers Turf as we have our guest team debuting. But first, your starters for Cignal HD. As the team captain will be coming off the bench. Sa kabilang banda naman, Kuroda, Wakamatsu, Ishiki, Iwakura, Kawagoe, Maruyama, and Kashimoto will be the starters for our guest team. Muli po, magandang araw sa inyong lahat, and we thank you for joining us. So excited to have fresh talent into our Spikers Turf competitions.
I believe that this is going to be the very first time that we're welcoming a Japanese team in the Spikers Turf. So aside from the teams competing, even the fans are very excited.
Yeah.
We are avid fans of Japan in general.
Hinihintay yung mga yan no? Pag naglalaro dito, yung Japanese national team, you know that it is must watch as we get things going here in this matchup. Maagang nagpakilala si JP Bugawan.
As I said, Cignal is prepared to give a very warm welcome to the Japanese team. But itong Maruichi Hyogo, they've had a busy schedule when they got here. Of course, aside from training, they competed with some of the teams that are out of contention here in the Spikers Turf. And Lasal also, I heard that they had a tune-up game.
So multiple tune-up games yung nilaro nito, ha? Their first attack, that was number 14, Kashimoto. Good defense there from Cignal. Pupunta naman sila sa open, and that's the first point, courtesy of Hinata Kuroda.
That is their team captain getting the first point for their squad. And from the initial movements pa lang, you can already see the foundation of their skill set. They have one of the best grassroots program pagdating sa sport ng volleyball. So it's no surprise na nakikita natin na at a very young age, they possess so much control in their movements.
Tapos men's and women's, no? Parehong maganda yung programa nitong Japan. As Wendell Miguel will see his first serve. They're up to 1 here in this matchup early. Back to number 14, sent back, pero bumalik din sa Cignal. Jao Mandal gets this one through. At hindi na abutan yan ni number 9. Itong si Yuji Kawagoe.
For sure, Japan had a chance to research yung mga clubs na nandito in the Philippines We have a lot of videos online. So for sure, kahit papano, they also did their homework pagdating sa scouting.
Alam mo, subscribe ka lang sandali sa Pilipinas Live. Makikita mo na lahat ng laban ng Cignal HD. Oh, good dive there. Kaya pa ba? Oh, matatawid pa yan. And you hear the fans appreciating that kind of effort. It results to a point for our visiting team.
Trademark Japan. Maruichi Hyogo with that spectacular save.
Ang bibilis. Neil, no? That is the most obvious part of their game. They're very quick. Tremendous floor defense. But they have yet to figure out how to defend the middle of JP Bugawan.
Right now, it's speed against speed. We know that EJ Casanya loves giving these low, fast plays to the middle blockers of Cignal HD. Again, JP Bugawan is the highest leaper sa squad ng Cignal.
And he will be serving here. 4-2 advantage for Cignal HD. Oh, that's long from JP. So their first service error as well. Good semifinals turnout, Neil, here in the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center.
Very happy that we were able to move to a bigger venue to cater sa mga Spikers, their fans natin. And alam ko meron pa tayong mas malaking venue na paglalaraan in the next coming days.
And that will be the second service error for our visiting squad. This one against their team captain, Hinata Kuroda. This one's long, no touch. Will they issue a challenge? They can, if they want to. Their coaching staff, they don't look interested in burning one of their challenges this early.
Yuji Kawagoe wanted to go off the hands of the tall blockers of the HD Spikers.
Ooh, 1-2 play, not scoring. Nabantayan yan. Jao Mandal with a soft touch, picked up. Libero sets it up. Great defense coming from Cignal. At ito, hindi nakakayaning habulin pa ng Maruichi Hyogo.
They didn't have much of a choice. Center wasn't able to get to that second ball. So somebody had to pop that ball up papunta sa left pin.
Good angle. And it touches the line. That will score for Kawagoe.
Quick adjustments for Maruichi Hyogo. You can see the different angles that they can go to. Yung wrist action, mapapansin din natin eh.
Good serve there from Kawagoe once again. A runner. Well defended mula kay Torres. The team captain slowed down. It was checked. Limited options there for Jao Mandal. They'll just have to defend. Pipe attack. That's long. But there was a touch.
Jao Mandal says, yes, there was a touch on his block.
Yuji Kawagoe still serving here for Maruichi Hyogo, but yun yung nagiging problema nila, no? Their third service error already, Neil, as we head into our first technical timeout. 3-point advantage for the Cignal HD Spikers, 8-5.
Back at the Phil Oil Eco Oil for your Spikers Surf 2023. And as I was trying to get to know the Maruichi Hyogo team, I got to talk to head coach Kota Kunichika through one of their English-speaking assistant coaches. And well, they are extremely overwhelmed by the fan base of volleyball teams in the Philippines. Kahit sa championship games daw sa Japan, hindi ganito ka-emotional ang fans as they visited the PVL games yesterday. And because of which, they want these young boys composed of players who are 18 to 21 years old to experience our pro league. This is actually their first big league together. together. They have been training for only 4 months. Pero no practices yan. All tune-up matches, and they actually won their last tournament, which had 6 teams that joined. And speaking of tune-up, they did one against the LSU yesterday, sabi nga ni Neil, which the Green Spikers won in 4 sets. Pero sabi ni Coach Dex na panood daw nila yon, and these boys are fast, as we can see. At dikit daw yung 4 sets na yon. Carlo Neil.
Thank you for that report. Vika Bisami says again, pag tune-up games kasi, yes, there's importance to it, but you can't really put in too much in terms of a result nung isang tune-up game dahil baka nag-iikot pa ng tao. Siyempre, yung Maruichi, maybe they were still not using their usual gunners. But what we can see is that they're good defensively.
Yeah.
Floor defense has been on point. Even against a strong attacking of Cignal, that will be a point for them, courtesy of Daichi Ishiki.
Very simple movements really from Maruichi Hyogo, but the execution, they try to be as perfect as possible.
So busy couple of days for the Cignal volleyball teams. They had a spectacular come from behind yesterday, Neil, in PBL. 5-setter down 2 sets to nothing.
They have to adapt to that kind of slide attack of Peter Torres. He's a very long player and antaas ng reach eh.
Yeah.
So the timing should always be on point if you want to get a good deflection.
No, that was nice coming from Iwakura. So itong setter ni si Kyosuke Maruyama has been doing a great job of spreading the wealth. No? Lahat halos nakakahawak, nakaka-atake para sa Maruichi Hyogo. The setter now serving. AJ Casanya sets it up. Bugawan. Finally, they were able to check him. Good block there from Miguel. Casanya pumalo na. Libero picking it up. Team captain is denied. Kuroda was sent back there.
Double block, just waiting for that hit to reach their hands. Very organized blocking that we're seeing from the Cignal HD Spikers, of course, led by JP Bugawan.
You want to understand how young this team is? Their oldest player, Neil, was born in 2002.
That's ganito na yung skill level that we're seeing.
Diba?
That's another big quick attack.
2002 pinanganak, Neil.
Keitaro Iwakura getting back-to-back points off that same play.
Yep, and he is their most veteran player.
Compared to the Challenge Cup, we see a different starting 6 from the Cignal HD Spikers. It was mostly Mark Calado who occupied that left wing in the absence of Wendell Miguel. And ito rin si Lloyd Josaphat. Always came from the bench, but now he is his starter. Coach Dexter Glamor going for height at this point of the conference.
Kanilang team captain has not yet seen action, as you said, coming off an injury. Good blocking once again from Cignal. Babalik sila doon. Oh, but that will be easily picked up. Cross court, too much, no touch.
That will be an attack error for Lloyd Josaphat.
Yep.
It was a good decision for Jao Mandal na ibaba yung kamay niya last second because Maruichi Hyogo went for that swipe.
Tough first ball there, but Mandal is able to power it across. Ooh, someone touched the net.
Yep. Clearly, it was a signal violation. That's back-to-back points for the Japanese team.
So 12 to 10. Coach Dexter will call a timeout. Let's listen in as their lead is down to just 2.
Kaya nagbibigay ng puntos eh. Wala naman sila ginagawa extraordinary eh. Kaso tayo, masyado tayong gigil. Gigil tayo pumalo. Diba? Big quick na, big quick. Kaya ka na nga pinalayo sa blocker. Diba, balik mo pa ba sa blocker? Kaya nga nag-quick ka eh. Pag big quick ka, puloy mo nun doon. Kasi malayo ka na sa blocker. Okay? Diba? O hindi pwedeng puro, hindi pwedeng nakaka-depensa sila tapos pag babalik sa atin, error. Let's go guys! Hey, signal! Awesome! Signal!
si Mr. Ricky Palun, Ma'am Shena Olaso, in the venue. Enjoying the action between Cignal and Maruichi Hyogo. And we do thank you as well for joining us. Ako po si Carlo Pimentuan with Neil Flores. That was well defended by the Japanese side. Ooh, that works for Josaphat. Off-speed hit, cross-court.
Yosuke Maruyama didn't expect a soft hit from Lloyd Josaphat. He was preparing for a harder hit, but that caught him off guard. That point will go to the Cignal HD Spikers. They're maintaining their 3-point lead.
So yung timeout ni Coach Dexter just reminding his players na masyado kayong gigil, di ba? Parang minamatch nila yung intensity, yung speed nitong bisita natin na koponan as they get a point here just to stay within striking distance.
Now Yuichi Kawagoe is playing his smarts. Just wiping that off the right hand of Lloyd Josaphat. Now the captain will finally see action in this game. Isay Marasigan will provide more offense to this Cignal squad.
Number 14, this is Kashimoto serving. Casanya will have options. Torres has been undeniable in this first set.
Minus tempo, very difficult to block. And Maruichi Hyogo has been trying to get a good touch against Peter Torres, but so far, Peter Torres has dominated that net every time he flies in for that running attack.
Ganda ng porsyento, no, ng mga middle attacks ng Cignal. Oh, that's a triple block, but still somehow picked up. Torres sent back. One more chance here for the HD Spikers. Umandal, binalik na naman. Casanya back to Zhao. That's wide. Oh, but there was a net touch. Number 10, yung setter, whistled for a net touch.
They can challenge. Nobody is putting up the challenge card, so point will still go to Cignal.
Yeah, this Japanese side not yet issuing challenges, even though they visibly disagreed with a couple of calls. Off speed, well defended. Free ball for Cignal HD. That will be another point, another net touch. Kontra dito sa mas batang koponan ng Maruichi Hyogo as we head to the second technical timeout. It's a 5-point lead for the Cignal HD Spikers.
Iba na yung galaw ng team. Siguro nakatulong din yung pagkatalo namin sa PNVF. Ngayon nagkaroon na ng sense of urgency lahat. And nakita na din namin yung mga flaws namin, kung paano kami pwede matalo. Well, sobrang crucial talaga ni Zhao kasi like previous season, siya talaga ang tatargetin ng mga teams. Siya yung targetin sa receive. And yun yung maganda kay Zhao Umandal this conference kasi meron na siyang bawi. Alam na niya kung ano gagawin niya.
So learning from that tough loss to UST and PNVF. Ngayon naman gagamitin nila yung mga lessons, yung mapait man na lesson dito sa kanilang competition in Spikers Turf. That was good from Kashimoto.
Such a fast hit from the back row. I can imagine yung future development ng mga players ng Maruichi Hyogo once they gain the experience that they need, once they keep on joining these types of tournaments. We might see some of these players eventually move up to the national team.
But they will have to find a way to slow down the offense of Cignal HD. Zhao Mandal scoring again to stretch their lead back up to 5. But imagine that, no? For a collegiate team to have this type of experience out of the country against professionals, siyempre malaking tulong din yan sa kanilang future career. Omandal serving, trying to extend this 5-point lead. They will go to the back. That was not a great connection. Wendell Miguel sent back. Casanya will set it up. The runner again for Peter Torres.
Still no answer from the net defense of Maruichi Hyogo. This time, they will call for a timeout, but let's take a look at this. Once again, Peter Torres, I don't know, maybe he's at 100%. Just the point of attack na yan. Cignal very dominant in this first set against the Japanese team.
So kahit na nalamangan ng anim, all smiles pa rin. Itong kupunan ng Maruichi Hyogo. But when it comes to that, Neil, how do you try and defend better against Peter Torres?
Just by observing how he approaches and how he gets the timing right. Kasi it already happened 3 times. So kahit papano, pag naulit-ulit yan ni Peter Torres, makaka-catch up din naman yung mga blockers in terms of timing.
Nakalusot yung kapitan ng Maruichi. That was Hinata Kuroda getting one back. But they're still trying to catch up here. 5 points down. Serving is Daichi Ishiki. In the back. Good dive. Pero wala nang nakahabol dun sa second ball. Pareho kasing napunta sa sahig. Sina Ishiki at Kawagoe.
2 defenders went for the dive. Walang naiwan na suporta sa likuran. Now this is still a 6-point lead for the HD Spikers. Alfred Balbuena will replace Peter Torres on the service deck.
So Balbuena seeing his first action of this matchup. Trying to add on to the 6-point Cignal HD lead. Not a great first ball there. But good defense, good scramble from the Japanese side. Bugawa na naman.
It really has been the middles of the Cignal HD Spikers giving the Japanese team a difficult time. We saw a lot of different variations pagdating sa middle attack ng Cignal. A lot of slide attacks kanina from Peter Torres, but with JP Bugawan, it's a very simple be quick attack.
That's 7 or 8 points already coming from those two guys. But Maruichi will get one back. As Peter Torres will check back in quickly into this matchup. Para palitan si Balbuena. Six-point advantage for Cignal HD. Again, you want to pick up as many wins as possible here in the semifinals.
Yes, there was a check ball, but for the very first time in this set, Maruichi Hyogo will be challenging that call a block touch challenge.
And Neil, you will be the first to say na pag sa men's, paminsan talaga kahit paano mo i-challenge, tumatama talaga yan dahil sa lakas ng mga hampas.
It definitely hit the tape of the net, but there is a high probability that it also hit the hands of the blockers of Maruichi Hyogo. Yes.
Ooh, yeah, that's clear.
There was a check ball.
Tawa na lang yung coach nila kasi sabi niya din sa player niya, sabi mo wala eh.
Pag tumama kasi doon sa tape ng net, paminsan hindi nararamdaman.
Talaga, may ganong feeling. And that will be a net touch against Cignal HD. Not a problem for them just yet. Still up by 6 points as Njigha enters the matchup also for the first time. Maganda rin yung nilaro niya in PNVF. Talking about Chu Njigha. Had the best player of the game distinction as well. At sa kanya agad pumunta. The middle is still a problem defensively for Maruichi.
They really have to beef up their first line of defense by asking support from one of the wings. Right now kasi ang daming single block coverage on the side of Maruichi Hyogo, and clearly it really won't hold up against the attackers of Cignal HD. So yung middle blocker, he really has to talk to the left pin or the setter para makapag-set up sila ng two-man block.
Ayan na naman, and Njigha still undeniable, 2 for 2 after checking in.
Keitaro Iwakura is just at a loss of our words.
Walang tulong no? Pero dyan mo talaga mapapakinabangan yung tangkad ng mga middle blockers ng Cignal HD. Sharp serve there from Miguel. Good touch on the block for Cignal. One more try here. Smart hit coming from Kashimoto.
That was definitely a half-baked block from Jao Mandal. Medyo tentative if bibitawan ba or iba block. And Cignal paid for that with a point.
Wendell Miguel was picked up. Pero yung angulo, masama na for the attack of number 9, Yuji Kawagoe. So he was easily blocked there. We are at set point for Cignal HD. Instant impact, Chumason Njigha serving. Oh, they will go right back to him as Yuji Kawagoe scores this time around.
He's been very busy in attacking for the Japanese team. They're still trailing by 7 points. But coming into set number 2, alam na nila kung saan nakapuntos yung signal ng madami. And for sure, that will be the major adjustment that we'll be seeing from them.
And that will be the end of the first set. As Jao Omandal will score the 25th point for the Cignal HD Spikers. Good first ball. May kumagat ng konti kay Peter Torres, and that block had no shot in stopping Jao Omandal from securing the first set for the Cignal HD Spikers. We'll be back for the second after a quick break. 25-17 was the score at the end of the first set. And Cignal really banked on their middle attackers to be able to spread out the defense nitong ating visiting team, Maruichi Hyogo, coming from Japan. Neil, what were the numbers that determined the result of the first set?
Japan was very competitive pagdating sa atake. We saw different points of attack, especially yung back row nila. Sobrang consistent from that D-ball. But again, Cignal had more control, especially in the middle. JP Bugawan had a lot of points. Peter Torres was at 100% pagdating sa slide attacks. And the blocking of Cignal really stood out in terms of numbers. They did register 3 kill blocks. Ang problema dun sa Maruichi Hyogo in set number 1, they weren't able to convert in the blocking department, and they weren't able to score from the serves as well. And they gave out more unforced errors by a thin margin lang naman compared to the HD Spikers.
And it wasn't too much, 6 and 4 is something that you could live with if you are a squad playing an entire set. So right now, we will start the action in the second. EJ Casanya serving. Now it'll be interesting to see what defensive adjustments Maruichi will have. Good dive. As this rally will continue. Another nice dive from Miguel. Great defense here. Casanya will set it up. Miguel did not have all of it. The team captain scoring the first point. Hinata Kuroda puts Maruichi on the board here in the second set.
These are the long rallies na pag naipanalo mo will give you so much confidence.
Si Wendell yata medyo napagod sa kakapulot ng bola. Hindi na nakatalon for that spike. Not a lot of power behind that mula kay JP Bugawan. This is a triple block. My goodness. How do you even try to get through that?
Well, you really have to back on your coverage when you're faced against that Cignal wall. And as you can see, he held back on power. Talking about Yuji Kawagoe, that was his intention to just get a rebound para makapag-reset sila ng counter-attack.
Pero masyadong baon yung block ng Cignal. You saw the numbers in the first set. They had 3 compared to nothing for Maruichi. So this one will touch the line for our visiting squad. Yung sa Tailan na Nationals are watching this ball game to try and scout their future opponents.
Since a single round robin format, mahirap mag-slide to 2 losses So they do want to sweep the rest of their games if they want to head into our gold medal match. Same goes for Cignal. Magic number would be 4 at the minimum, I guess, to get a secure slot in the finals. Pag 3 wins, medyo alanganin eh. You have to wait for the other results pa.
Diba? 4-0 muna para wala ka nang iisipin pa. Oh, a rare misconnection there. Muntik pa makapuntos yun. Torres with the first touch. Sa kabila naman sila pupunta. First block scoring for Maruichi.
It doesn't feel like they lost that first set. Energy is the same for Maruichi Hyogo. And this time, they're showing better net defense. The commitment of the middle blockers was seen in that last rally.
So first time na nakita natin, hindi nakapuntos yung connection with Casanya and Torres. There's an apparent net touch. What was the call? I think we will have a challenge.
Net touch challenge, I believe. Oh, it's a foot fault challenge. Second referee saw that. But Coach Dexter disagrees with the call.
Foot fault on the setter, Neil?
Yeah. I think nung nag-set siya, when he landed, sumobra yung right foot niya sa center line.
So for Cignal, it's just to have a let, diba? Para replay yung point natin if they're successful with this challenge. And trying to build even more confidence after securing the first set 25-17. This will be the first challenge for Cignal HD. Kanina, nakaisa po yung Maruichi Hyogo, which was unsuccessful. Hinihintay na lang natin ngayon yung tamang anggulo on the review on this official head coach challenge. Again, 5 teams have made it into our semifinals. Apat coming from our pools, and then our guest team, itong Maruichi Hyogo, joining us here in the semis. So, syempre sila, as much as possible, nandito ka na rin. Extend your stay here by making it into the top 4 and playing for a podium finish.
Oh, that sidestep.
Yung buwelo niya, not even after.
The call was correct. That point will go to Maruichi Hyogo. Cignal HD will lose one challenge opportunity.
Yung timing din, Neil, no, ng mga challenge is very, very crucial. As Umandal just pounces on that opportunity. As the lead now is back.
What force from Jao Mandal on that hit. They are trying to regain a control here in the second set.
One more chance here for Maruichi. Good blocking once again. Mula sa Cignal. They will try again. Same exact play, same exact result. There's a joust at the net, and there will be a net touch versus Maruichi.
Maruyama knew it when he went up for that hit. Grazed the net.
Not really fair, no? Setter versus middle blocker on a play like that. Hirap maisahan itong si Peter Torres. Tied ball game for a piece.
Was unsure of what to do.
An awkward timing there coming from Daichi Ishiki. Natawa na rin ba si Peter? Parang, ba't mo sinalo? As they get the lead back. 3 straight points for Cignal HD. Oh, that was a good one. Ganda ng porsyento rin itong si Kashimoto. It's Kashimoto and Kuroda and Kawagoe really manning the scoring department for Maruichi Hyogo.
Kashimoto scored 3 or 4 points from that same attack. It started in set number 1. Still, yung mga defenders ng Cignal hindi pa nakaka-adjust dun sa zone na tina-target.
Good serve from Kawagoe. First ace of the matchup.
Now they finally registered 1 service ace, and they've also registered 1 kill block. They were 0 in both categories in the opening frame.
Back-to-back points for the Japan side as they get the lead back 6-5. Umandal did his very best not to cross.
It's very important to hit your break foot if you're going to go for a hit from the left pin. Kasi pag broad jump, malakas ang tendency na kukross ka talaga dun sa center line.
Tsaka nag-hesitate din no? Nung pagtalon kung malakas ba yung hampas or kung hindi. But Peter Torres, again, continues to pour in the points for Cignal HD.
Good thing about Maruichi Hyogo is that they're pressuring the receivers of Cignal HD with heavier serves. But still, problematic pagdating sa depensa against Peter Torres.
But at least a much tighter first set. Second set rather, compared to the first for Maruichi. They go back to their team captain, picked up by Sumanggid. Wendell Miguel will score. That one got through the block.
That was a valid touch from Maruichi Hyogo. They opted to go for a foot save. but the control wasn't there. Now we're tied at 7-all.
Jauwanda now serving. Slowed down a bit by the tape. Team captain goes cross-court. Sumanggid with a good first touch. Miguel could not score just yet. Oh, nice cross-court hit from Kashimoto once again. And as a result, they will be bringing with them a 1-point advantage, 8-7, heading into our first technical timeout of the second set.
Back at the Phil Oil, Echo Oil for your Spikers Surf 2023, Coach Dex talked about how he expressed his gratitude to the boys as they were able to redeem themselves against NU last Wednesday. Sabi niya, pinaghandaan talaga namin yon kasi gusto ko talaga makabawi from last conference. At dahil sa high spirits nila after that match, they are coming in today with a better demeanor as they struggled after that loss in the PNVF Challenge Cup na narinig nga natin kanina. The boys are also celebrating 3 birthdays, that of Injiga, Bonono, and Peter Torres, who has been playing well. So all good things for them this week. Pero kilala niyo naman si Coach Dex, the perfectionist coach that he is. He reminded the boys na hindi natin kilala tong kalaban natin. Walang scouting, and so far they're doing well in this second set. So dapat quick adjustment, extra effort to stick to the system, and presence of mind because the Japanese are really quick to react, Carlo Neal.
Obviously, a lot of adjustments already coming from Maruichi Hyogo as they are performing much better here in the second set. Siyempre, you have to become more acquainted with the floor, with the venue dahil siyempre first time nilang maglalaro talaga dito sa Spikers Turf Meet.
And they watched the PVL yesterday. So baka nagulat sila kung gaano kalaki yung volleyball here in the Philippines. And I'm sure they do want to go all the way out papunta sa gold medal. Kasi for sure, when we get to that stage of our conference, mapupuno na siguro natin yung venue.
Hinata Kuroda scoring there to tie the contest at 9 apiece. Paano ko nga naman hindi magugulat yung 4 na naglalaro dun sa semifinals din ng PVL. Kaya talagang super passionate yung mga fans nila, no? We know that the intensity is already up there since we're already in the semifinals. That one too long, a bit wide as well. Another point for Cignal HD.
They've had more success from that back row attack if it was coming from the right side. Kashimoto, again, unstoppable pag nasa back row siya.
They will go back to Kashimoto, denied. Bugawan with the rejection.
Now we're seeing a couple of loose balls from the Japanese team, making it easier for JP Bugawan to read the setter's play.
And they will call a timeout here as they're down by 2, 11-9. Alam mo, Neil, dun sa mga Bisaya na timeout sa PNBF, may naiintindihan pa akong konti. Dito sa Japanese, wala na tayong kinakaya dito. Coach Dante Alinsunure of the Santa Elena Nationals. Scouting purposes, their future matchup against Maruichi Hyogo. Yung mga players yan, nandito pa rin after their bounce-back win earlier. Oh, good effort there coming from the team captain. Bugawan picked up. And the team captain will score. They're saying that there was
There was a net
touch?
violation
Oh, net violation.
against Wendell Miguel. But you can see the respect na binibigay ng Cignal HD. Every chance that they get, they set up that three-man block.
Lakas tong serve nitong si Team Captain Kuroda from the pipe now. Good defense from Maruichi. Pero napayungan doon. As all of a sudden, Kashimoto pulled back. Nabasa naman ng blockers ng Cignal.
It was a soft rebound coming from the blockers of the HD Spikers. Playable if they were able to pick that up. But again, coverage not present on the side of Maruichi. Cignal already has 7 block points.
Wow.
Isa pa lang para sa Maruichi Hyogo.
Casanya was right there. Hindi lang nakuha yung tamang angulo to keep that ball alive. As Maruichi pulls one back. Down by 1 point here, 12-11. Scored first ball as JP Bugawan gets it across once again.
Blockers were able to read the set of EJ Casanya, but there were a lot of gaps in between the three defenders. Iba-iba din yung timing. Now, Cignal will hold a 2-point lead.
Pero hindi nila maiwan dito, no? Unlike what they did in the first set where they were already comfortably up at this stage. Ball is called out. No touch. No challenge either from the Japanese side. So it's a 3-point Cignal HD lead.
JP Bugawan still on deck to serve. He's now at 9 points, 5 attacks, and 4 kill blocks.
Oh, that is good. That will score for Kawagoe.
Much needed break point for Maruichi Hyogo. Now there will be a substitution. Number 15, Takumi Nagano will be replacing the setter. And Yuki Kobatake will also come in for the very first time.
Yeah, if you're the coach and you want everyone to gain experience, di ba? Siyempre, gusto mo rin silang palaruin in this matchup. Double substitution for Maruichi. Good serve. Runner. Slow down. Ooh, sayang yun.
Yeah. That was their best defensive touch against Peter Torres.
Yeah.
It was a high ball. Now, double substitution for Coach Dexter Clamor, Jewel Asia, and Ruvins Abrot. Jewel Asia was the game changer in their finals game in the Challenge Cup. Nabitin lang in the end. It was a very close fifth set against UST.
Remember, in pressure-packed games, you rely on your veterans like Jewel Asia. Ooh, that will somehow score for number 15. Sabi mo, kakapasok lang. Takumi Nagano already making his presence felt. Maruichi doing enough to hang in there, to stay within striking distance. Basta hindi nagpapaiwan, giving themselves a chance here in the second set. Abrot connects.
Instant point for the duo of Asia and Abrot.
And that will push us to our second technical timeout of the second set. It is 16-13, still in favor of the Cignal HD Spikers. Ito po ang ating current team standings sa semifinals. Cignal HD 1-0. Santa Elena with a bounce back win, defeating SNL Letran. And as a result, they're now at 1-1. Ito namang Perpetual 0-1. Maruichi playing their first game. Yung mga wins and losses, of course, those matter, but kung sino rin yung tinalo mo, di ba? If there is a win over the other advantage, malaking bagay din yan. It could determine where you will end up here in this tournament.
For the local teams, some of them might have faced other club teams already bago pa pumasok dito sa semifinals. But it's only 5 teams in total. 4 teams coming from the pool phase and 1 guest team.
Grabe yung magic bunot nitong Maruichi as Takumi Nagano scoring back-to-back points for his side.
The Japanese really get their power from their swing and wrist action.
They go to Wendell Miguel. He goes cross court and gets the kill.
Doesn't feel like he's not at 100%. Parang ganun din naman.
Same. As Peter Torres is back in the service area. 17-14 is the count in their favor.
Wow.
Yep, that will touch the line for the team captain, Hinata Kuroda.
Substitution. Setter will come back.
So both setters are in. Maybe for serving purposes, Neil?
It can be a defensive substitution from Maruichi Hyogo, but disadvantage would be malilimit yung tao nila pagdating sa offense.
Umandal quickly scores as Kawagoy could not dive in time with Casanya, and now Marasigan checking back into this contest. Good stint for Abrot and Asia. As they manage to stay ahead here, 18-15. That one gets through the block.
Yukiko Batake hitting the right hand of the outside hitter of Cignal HD. It was against Wendell Miguel.
As Hinata Kuroda now serves. They need a string of points here. Good first ball. Yung tulak. Not a lot of power behind that hit from Tosi Bugawan, but Maruichi threw away that opportunity, Neil.
It was a low set coming from EJ Casanya. Nasa dibdib yun ni JP Bugawan, so he just pushed that ball over. Maruichi Hyogo had a chance to run their transition play, but it was an attack error.
Wendell Miguel with the serve. Kawagoy picked up there. Itatawid na lang ni Marasigan. Oh, napayungan. Bugawan sends it right back. And as a result, Maruichi Hyogo calls another timeout. Their team down by 4, 20-16.
Ishmael Barasa. Hindi na pala siya.
Ito chance ball na dapat nila, di ba? That's a second opportunity na hindi naman ganun kalakas yung tumawid na bola sa kanila. But Maruichi was not able to score there. Ito yung mga sayang na pagkakataon.
They've had their fair share of opportunities to run their offense.
That was a well-run play there. As they will get a point from Keitaro Iwakura na hindi pa nila masyadong na-activate dito sa laban na to, Neil.
Ganda ng bawi. It was against a single blocker from the Cignal side, and that has been the intention of their center. He's been trying his best to prevent a 2-man or 3-man wall from the HD Spikers side. That's one of the instances, no, na pag single block, kailangan automatic point.
That block will head out against Kawagoe. As they will have a new player seeing action, si Ryuto Kobayashi. Maglalaro dito for Maruichi Hyogo. But they're still down by 4, 21-17. Easy ball to pick up there. Oh, pero again, hindi naman ganun kalalakas, Neil. These are off-system attacks already for Cignal HD.
The blocker already touched the ball, so nag-iba ng direction din eh. And when you're already trying to chase after that ball, tapos mag-iiba siya ng direction, nakakalito din talaga. It's very hard to switch your lateral movement, lalo na pag malapit ka na dun sa area.
So Neil, if you're the blocker, tapos napansin mong hindi naman ganun kalakas, so you just let it go?
You can let it go, but you have to communicate that to the defenders behind you so that they can actually pick up that first pass.
Nakabawi naman sila dito, courtesy of Kawagoe once again. Siya na yung pinakamaganda yung porsyento para dito sa Maruichi.
Kawagoe already has 9 points as well. 7 coming from the attacks. Yung 1 block and 1 ace, sa kanya din nang galing. Ooh, what a dig!
One more try here. Binalik sa kanya. Oh, still alive here as the libero will send it across. Kasanya, kanino naman pupunta? Goes to the other side. Calado scores on the cross court.
But we have to credit the defense of Maruichi Hyogo. Not afraid of moving forward to defend the hard hits of Isay Marasigan.
Kahit yung kahit yung mga taga Cignal HD, I think they're very appreciative of the floor defense nung kalaban nila. Oh, that scores. Dun sa kakapasok lang na player. Yung number 13, si Ryuto Kobayashi. So more opportunities for the middle blockers of Maruichi here in the second set. That is long for Yuji Kawagoe.
That will put Cignal HD to set point.
Calado, youngest player ng Cignal HD. With a good serve. Ganda ng tago nila doon, the combination play. Opening things up for Kuroda.
We saw the major adjustments made by Maruichi Hyogo in the second set. But there are still a couple of lapses na simple lang naman na alam natin kayang-kaya nilang baguhin in set number 3.
Oh, set 3 na yung pag-uusapan natin as Wendell Miguel finishes things off here in the second set. It was a little bit closer. Better effort coming from Maruichi Hyogo, but still not enough to defeat Cignal HD. It's now 2-0 in favor of the undefeated Cignal HD Spikers. Third set coming up. 25-17, 25-20. 2-0 so far for Cignal HD as we check out some of the highlights in the second set for this matchup. The middle still activated. Bugawan still getting his points. Tapos pag kumakagat yung depensa, papunta kay Peter Torres, it opens things up for the opposite hitters of Cignal HD. But a much better showing coming from our guest team, Maruichi Hyogo.
They started really strong in set number 2. They, at one point nung first half ng set number 2, they were up by 2 points against the HD Spikers. But then, Cignal again started to attack the floor defense of Maruichi Hyogo, getting so much success in the middles pa din. But Japan did better offensively in set number 2, registering 2 more points in that department compared to Cignal. But the 5 kill blocks of the HD Spikers were just too much.
Umangat pa no? Kala natin effective na nung first set. They even got more kill blocks in the second. And how about just 2 errors from Cignal HD? That was a clean performance coming from them.
6 errors coming from Maruichi Hyogo. I guess that's just youth. It's just their inexperience compared to Cignal HD. And there are times itong Cignal din nagiging error prone. But in today's game, they have played quite clean.
Actually, yung mga quote-unquote mali nung Cignal actually turned into points for them because Maruichi could not take advantage. That is too wide for Wendell Miguel. As it's 2-1 in favor of Maruichi. You have to hand it to this squad, no? Even the substitutes came in, were ready to play, contributing.
Most of them got their first points here in the Philippines.
Free ball. We go to Kawagoe. Great defense there mula sa likod, mula kay Sumanggid. Masyado malakas yan for Isay Marasigan.
Too strong. Same start for Maruichi Hyogo. Kagaya ng set number 2, they now have a 2-point lead.
Team captain serving. Kuroda puts a lot of power behind it this time. Tinulak na lang yan ni Bugawan. The libero will set it up. Good touch from the block. Sumanggid will keep it in play. But another good chance to score here for Maruichi from the pipe. That's good.
There will be
a very early timeout. As Coach Dexter Clamor is not liking this 3-point deficit early. It's 4-1 in favor of Maruichi Hyogo.
Trabahuin natin, 4-1. Be aggressive. Wala, coach, bawi kami. Bawi kami. Tapos bawi tayo black pattern. Regroup. Tara, let's go. Ayan na. Tara. Wala ulit tayo. Under pressure, ha? Up to tayo. Tara. Ako lang. Hey, signal. Team.
Four to 1 in favor of Maruichi Hyogo as they get the jump on the Cignal HD Spikers. Jigha in this ball game now for Cignal.
That was the wrong toss.
Yeah.
That error will give Cignal that point. But one thing's for sure, Maruichi Hyogo has already proven that they can establish their own lead against an experienced team like Cignal HD. But they really do have to play consistently until the very end. Is another error for the Japanese team. So that's back-to-back points for the HD Spikers.
So usually pagkatapos tumawag ng timeout ni Coach Dexter Clamor, nagrarally yung kanyang koponan. They really respond to those breaks in action. As Wendell Miguel serves to try and tie this matchup. They're still down by 1 at this stage. That was a net violation. Net touch contra sa Cignal HD.
In terms of service error, Cignal only has 1 in this game. Maruichi Hyogo already has 6. in that department.
But to be fair, a lot of those were committed in the first set. No? Mas maganda yung pinalo nila in the second. Meanwhile, in Jigha, I think it's still 100% batting average here in this game, 3 for 3.
Middles have had the best time in this game against the blockers of Maruichi Hyogo.
Kawagoe sending it straight to Njigha. They go to the middle, but that will be out, a little too wide.
But the intention was good.
Yeah.
Daichi Ishiki wanted to avoid the blocker's hands. Now we're tied at 5.
Ooh, one-on-one denial. Jao Mandal with a rejection.
Perfectly timed block. Closing out the cross-court angle.
Good first ball to work with here. Kawagoe connects.
Every time Cignal HD establishes a loose block, alam na alam ng Maruichi Hyogo kung paano nila i-exploit yon. And the Yuji Kawagoe already in double digits for the Japanese team.
Good dig from the libero. They will go right back to Kawagoe and he scores again.
Crazy angle there.
This kid is flying, Neil.
What a sharp cross-court angle.
It's a 1-point lead for Maruichi. Hindi na kayang abutan niya. Not too far back as we're tied at 7. So it's exactly like what happened in our second set. Tabla tayo at 7 apiece. As we have number 13, Ryuto Kobayashi, checking back into this matchup, replacing number 3, Daichi Ishiki. Oh, biglang pumunta sa kanya.
They know how to use their substitutions well.
Yeah.
And every time they put in a second stringer, it's always a point for Maruichi Hyogo.
So they will head into our first technical timeout of the third set, up by 1 here, 8-7.
Back at the Fill Oil, Eco Oil for your Spikers Turf 2023. And you have been talking about Peter Torres, and as he celebrated his birthday yesterday, he's still very grateful to be here. Sabi niya sa akin, at 30 and after his surgery in 2019, hindi daw niya akalain na nandito pa siya in 2023 as fit as ever. Peter is thankful to Coach Dex as after they did a revamp when they lost to NU last conference, he didn't think he would still make the lineup. Pero sabi nga ni Coach Dex, bago pa nagka-Mark Espejo and Bagunas, may Peter Torres na. And I want people to see that it's still like he never left. Carlo Neal?
Kalabaw lang ang tumatanda. Peter Torres, mahaba-haba pa ang lalaroin niya. And you see how effective he still is at this day and age, Neil.
That's correct. I do agree with that report. Bago pa nga dumating sila Mark and Brian, Peter Torres was one of the kings of Philippine volleyball. Leading scorers for both teams, Kawagoe with 11, Kuroda with 8 for Cignal HD. It's Bugawan with 11 and Umandal with 8. So similar numbers for their respective top scorers.
Smart hit there coming from Wendell Miguel. Yung buwelo niya, no, hindi na masyadong malaki. So tinarget na lang niya dun sa setter. Just wiping that off the setter's block attempt and outside. As Jao Mandal will serve again. They lead by 1. Oh, he gets a friendly touch from the tape there. And now they will request a timeout. That's 3 straight points for the Cignal HD Spikers. Parang di man nagsalita si coach dun sa huddle na yun. Just wanting a break in the action just to halt the momentum. Alam naman siguro nung players niya kung ano yung kailangang ayusin, ano yung kailangang gawin to compete better here in the third set and stay alive in their debut sa ating Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Another mighty serve. Back-to-back aces for Jao Mandal.
First one was a lucky serve, but this time around, that was such a powerful serve from Jao Mandal. Higher clearance, better form. And Maruichi Hyogo couldn't contain that jump serve.
4 na players na yun nasa likod ng depensa for Maruichi Hyogo. So he kept it short. What a smart hit.
That is 3 service aces. 3 straight for Jao Mandal. Now he's at 11 points as well. A while ago, he was at 8. 7 coming from...
yung pagka-veterano nila, no? He just saw the formation of the defense. So he kept this serve short. Ayun, babalik na naman siya dun sa malakas. Ably picked up though by the libero. Good reception for him. This rally will continue. One more try for the team captain. 2 beses na siyang nabalikan doon, and that wipe will score.
Cignal players were asking for an infraction. They
Touch,
said that it didn't go over,
yeah.
pero hindi naman pumito yung first referee. So you should keep the ball in play.
Tough set there coming from Jao Mandal, but Wendell Miguel, some way, somehow, scores a point.
There were no blockers on the side of the Japanese team. They opted to let that one go. Pero pagdating sa out-of-system plays, alam natin, Cignal doesn't give soft balls.
Yeah.
They really try their best to at least put a little bit of force into their attacks.
Service error from Peter Torres, a rare service error from Cignal HD. As their lead is down to 3 points, 13-10. Oh, good serve from the setter. That hit will be out though. Parang pinapatama niya na lang sa blocker yun Neil. Pero mintis lang yung attempt coming from number 15, Takumi Nagano.
There is that intimidation factor siguro every time they see an organized block from the Cignal side. But the team captain not giving up. Hinata Kuroda with another point from the right pin.
Kasi wala si Kashimoto on the floor, so they will have to rely heavily on Kuroda and Kawagoe, number 1 and number 9. As Chu Injiga continues his stellar play, still perfect in this match.
And he just celebrated his birthday recently.
Really?
Happy birthday.
He said happy birthday. Nagpapansit ba si Chu? (15-11), Wendell Miguel serving, kept it short. Ganda nung recovery. Great fluid offense there, and Keitaro Iwakura scoring for Maruichi Hyogo.
He got that first pass, but he still went for that approach.
So even more new players coming in. This is Shoka Harada, one of the youngest players, born 2004. Neil, kasa college na ako niyan. Napakabata talaga ng mga players ng Maruichi. Oh, good angle there from Isay Marasigan. Saw the gap in the defense. And he will deliver the 16th point for the Cignal HD Spikers, sending us to our second technical timeout. As they're up by 4. You're seeing some of those present here in the Fellow Oil Eco Oil Center. Bukas naman po, maglalaro tayo sa Field Sports Arena Pasig for the continuation of your semifinals. Perpetual Quinto Tires going up against the Santa Elena Nationals, and then Maruichi will have to battle SNL Letran. Muli po, Field Sports Arena gaganapin ang mga laro natin bukas sa Spikers Turf. That hit is out once again. Nakakadalawa ng attack errors. Itong si number 15, Takumi Nagano.
That has been their thorn in today's game against Cignal. Marami-rami rin talaga silang attack errors. Although they had more attack points in set number 2 compared to Cignal.
May depensa sa likod, courtesy of Wendell Miguel. Atake si Umandal, but he was sent back. One more try here.
Yes,
Too much angle, but there was a check.
Check ball. Now this lead is at 6 for the HD Spikers, inching closer to the 25-point mark.
Another timeout requested by Maruichi Hyogo. (18-12). This will have to be the last stand, Neil, nitong Maruichi Hyogo, as they could not allow Cignal to build a bigger advantage dahil mahirap-hirap ng balikan kung umangat pa to sa 7 or 8 points.
The timeouts are very chill pagdating sa Maruichi Hyogo. I guess there are expectations also, but they know that they're very young. Paulit-ulit nga sinabi ni Mika kanina that they're here for the experience. They do want to win, but they are against one of the most decorated club teams here in the Philippines.
May kumagat kay Peter Torres, kaya naman wala na nakadepensa kay Jao Mandal.
That is the advantage of being at 100%. You will really help your left wing big time.
Tama, no? Yung middle veered towards his left side. So yung habol niya papunta dun sa kanan was way too late there, especially against Umandal.
Coach Dexter using most of his substitutions in the tail end of this set. Joel Asia, Alfred Balbuena, and Lloyd Josafat.
That will be a check ball, scoring for Kawagawa.
Mark Calado will come in also.
Pretty much everyone got to play already. Is Bonono in uniform? I don't think so, you know? Yeah. So Calado picked up there. Team captain. Oh, with an attacking error. Yeah, I think itong libero nila na si Sandy Montero will be the last player to see action. That means everyone nakapaglaro for Cignal HD. At kailangan din gawin yan, Neil, because they will be playing the first game tomorrow against SNL Letran.
Recovery will be a factor.
Yeah.
So for Cignal HD, they do want to finish this in 3 straight sets. Although they're looking good, this is a 7-point lead. They only need 4 points. But there will be a challenge on the side of Maruichi Hyogo. They're asking for a block touch. And
Umamin na.
si Lloyd Yosafat.
Sabi ng referee, sana kanina kayo umamin. Hinintay nyo pang mag-head coach challenge. But, at least that will speed up the play. Umamin naman agad dun sa check ball. Showing good sportsmanship here as they're still up by 5. Abrot sent back, but ball was kept alive. Chance ball, easy over. From the back, ooh, that's a rocket from Yuji Kawagawa.
He is the best player on the floor right now for Maruichi Hyogo. And the center recognizes that, no? Even if they're down by 4 points na lang, pumuporsyento na itong Maruichi Hyogo.
They go to the middle once again as Asia connects with Josaphat.
He's very comfortable in his natural position. Talking about Lloyd Josaphat.
Yeah. (21-16). They're up by 5. Oh, Valbuena scoring there on the block. Three points away for Cignal HD to pick up another 3-set sweep here in the semifinals. Looking very good here in the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Meanwhile, they give up a point courtesy of Keitaro Iwakura.
Fast tempo set there for Iwakura.
Valbuena goes cross court.
That's the second point of Alvin Valbuena. He got the one off the kill block. This time one off the attack.
And now he will be serving. They're up by 6, 23-17. Oh, good attack there from the team captain, Kuroda. As the defense veered towards one side. And back set working out for them. And now Hinata Kuroda serves for Maruichi. Not a great set there to set up Chuinjiga as Kawagawa gets another point.
He is on fire.
Yeah.
They're chipping down on the lead of the HD Spikers. Now, at 4 points a while ago, it was at 6 or 7.
Tsaka to, I mean, whatever the result of this match will be, because they're young, mabilis makarecover to, mabilis mag-bounce back as they play tomorrow. Our second referee saying na hindi na inabutan yon, that it already landed. But it will be challenged.
The libero felt that the ball hit his hand. But the question is, ano yung nauna?
Oh.
touch the floor first before it hit the hands of the libero.
Kasi pwedeng both eh. Like kalahati ng kamay mo tinamaan, pero kalahati ng bola tumama din sa sahig. For Maruichi, they will be hoping that this goes towards... Oh, tumalbog na.
Yeah, that will be an unsuccessful. I guess they got confused.
Oo nga, dun sa resulta.
They thought that it was a successful challenge,
Kala
but
nila, yes, successful.
There was a floor touch.
Oo.
So Cignal is now at
Match point, 24-19. What a light moment. Here in our competition, a triple block will end this matchup in favor of Cignal HD. So Maruichi playing their first game. And it just so happened that di sila maka-warm up, no? Agad-agad yung kalaban mo, the best team in the league so far in Cignal HD. But I'm sure they were able to pick up a lot of lessons from this ball game. Neil.
Coming into their next game, they will realize that they just have to limit their unforced errors because they're very talented. They can attack, they can defend well, lalo na pagdating sa floor. It's just the small mistakes that they have to avoid.
They're really looking forward to how this team will fare in their next matches coming up. Again, they faced off against the undefeated Cignal HD and they lost by 3 sets, 25-17, 25-20, 25-19. We'll wrap this game up when we come back.
Back at the Phil Oil Eco Oil for your Spikers Turf 2023 and I'm with the best player of this match na si Jao Umandal. Jao, binigyan nyo ng napakagandang challenge itong Maruichi Hyogo dito sa unang laban nila. No? Pero likewise, na-challenge rin kayo sa kanila. Kamusta yung experience?
Mas na ano kami, mas na ganahan kami maglaro kasi lalo na yung floor defense nila. Mas na-challenge kami dumipensa rin. Umatake kasi talagang matibay sila sa ilalim. Hindi man nila makuha sa ibabaw ng blockings, talagang kinukuha nila sa ilalim.
Joe, undefeated pa rin kayo pero palapit na ng palapit yung finals. Kamusta kayo mentally and physically ngayon?
Mentally sa physically okay kami lahat. Inalagaan ng bawat isa yung physically, lalo na yung mentally ng bawat isa. Binibigyan namin ng halaga yung pagpapahinga, lalo na pag may game, training kinabukasan. Binibigyan kami ng rest nila, coach.
Napakaganda, Joe. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Binabati ko yung family ko na nanonood. Saka yung best friend namin ni Isa na galing UI. Ilang sa mga sumusuporta sa Cignal Management. Salamat.
Maraming salamat, Joe Umandal. Balik sa inyo. Carlo, Neil?
Maraming salamat, Miss Mika Abesamis. Our best player of the game was Jao Umandal. But again, you could have picked any player from Cignal and they all performed spectacularly well. You know, you can go to JP Pugawan or Peter Torres. Wendell Miguel has his hits. Lahat talaga nag-contribute. Pero gusto ko yung sinabi ni Jao na kailangan mo rin subukan yung sarili mo against a team that's really outstanding in terms of floor defense.
He set the difference, especially in set number 3. It was a really tight set number 3, but the 3 service aces of Jao Mandal dictated the pace for the Cignal HD Spikers. EJ Casanya also did well distributing the balls to his attackers. And it wasn't surprising that Cignal took this in 3 straight sets. But the good thing naman for Maruichi Hyogo, 2 out of the 3 sets against Cignal, they had more attack points. It's just that nabibitin sila pagdating sa net defense. Cignal really controlled the net. They had a lot of blocks in all of the sets that we played. And for Maruichi Hyogo, they went back to the performance in set number 1. Wala ulit silang nakuha in those departments.
Early games tomorrow, Saturday at the Phil Sports Arena. Perpetual Quinto Tires going up against Santa Elena Nationals. Tapos Maruichi versus SNL Letran. Some of those teams will be playing back-to-back. 3 of those teams will be playing back-to-back days. And that will do it for your second day of the semifinals. Dito po sa Spikers Turf for Miss Mika Abisamis, for Neil Flores. Ako po si Carlo Pamintuan. And wake up early tomorrow. Set your alarm clocks as we will have an early game day for your Spikers Turf. Will be coming from the Phil Sports Arena for the continuation of your 2023 Invitational Conference.